the 2024-2025 League 2 campaign is just around the corner, folks, and today we're going to take a look at some sexy and also nasty away kits. Who's got the best, who's got the worst? We'll get into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're ranking each and every one of the away kits for the upcoming League 2 campaign. We'll get into that in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for League 1 and 2 and 3 or whatever. All here under one Rooski. We're looking forward to taking a look at the away kits. There's some absolute crackers and some absolute whoppers as well. We'll get into all of that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash the old subscribe. So let's get into the old vortex and have a little look at what we're talking about. Now, if you're new to the scene, this is how we do things here. We rank all the kits that I've got. I've got about 17 of them, so we are missing a handful, but it's a good core, a bunch of them. We're going to rank them from best of the rest all the way down to dog shit. And at the end of it, we're going to take a little look at the best of the rest and rejig a few and push them up into the elite to give to have an outright core group of winners. There's hardly ever an absolute winner. Sometimes I say this one's an absolute winner. But today we're going to look at them. Let's kick it all off with Swindon Town. That's right. They're coming at you in a bit of a random order. Swindon Town with this Implement sponsored shirt there. It's turquoise in colour. It's Adidas as well by the manufacturer. It is pretty meh. Not going to get excited about this one too much, but it's not ghastly. Let's take a look at another one. We're coming at you pretty thick and fast, and it is Carlisle United. They've definitely gone bold on this one with the background. It's and that's what I like to see with the away kits, going a little bit bold, a little bit against the grain, you know, when you're kind of handicapped or handcuffed to some restrictions with the home kits. The away kits is no holds barred, and we're seeing that with Carlisle's amazing away kit here. I think it's pretty fancy. Aquapura, the sponsor as well, looks good. I'm putting them up there as our first best of the rest contender. How about Gillingham? Just read, Bradley Dack could be on his way back to Gillingham. Wow, wow, wee wow. If you are new to the channel, I'll tell you now, I'm not the biggest fan of central crests and sponsors and shit like that. And I've seen a few across the divisions, both home and away. And here we are with Gillingham's. Now, what I could say about Gillingham's efforts here is pretty bold. It's a nice looking kit. Yellow is a difficult one to pull off, but they've pulled it off pretty spectacular here. It looks strong. It would look better, in all honesty, with the badges and the manufacturer on either side of the heart, in the center, in the right spots there. I think that would be probably an elite kit. Definitely, it's definitely best of the rest. I'll give them credits for the central badge, but not usually a fan. But this one looks good, and of course the sponsor being bold and stand outish is also pretty fantastic. We got another one here, same sort of deal. I think this is Morecambe. Not sure that Terrace is the manufacturer there. It's looking all right. Again, not the biggest fan of the central badges, but these past two look okay. It is a little bit wild, it's a little bit crazy, but I don't think it's as good as the Gillingham one. I'm going to have to be honest with you. I'm going to put it down there in the decent column. I can't really back that one as much as I want to. Then we go to MK Dons with their red kit, gold trim, Castori. I'm not too sure about this stitching job. I know it's a trait we saw with some Kappa shirts in the late 90s, early noughts, but I don't see much of that these days. It is definitely a clean, bold-looking shirt, very simple. I don't think it's best of the rest, though. It's a good shirt. It's not horrific, but it's definitely. Should we have a look at a horrific shirt? It's Accrington Stanley, and not the best picture, so it is. What we got right now is Wham! It's a paint splatter shirt. It's got 80s kind of vibe to it. They've got the collar, they've got it's Macron as well. Is it dog shit or is it just meh? I'm gonna put it down in the dog shit, unfortunately. Local team. I love Accrington, I do. But unfortunately, that kit is dog shit. The picture is shit as well. Maybe if it was presented better, it might look a little bit different. But let's move on forward to probably a contender, and that is this all black kit by Bromley. Of course, new to the scene. It is a cartoon drawing of it, though. It's not an actual kit. So, yeah. It could look good. It could look shit. It's all black. That's got it got going for it. The LSP Renewables logo is bold. It's white. It's chunky. I like that as well. So I'm going from what I've got here. I'm going to put it in the best of the rest. I think it's definitely a shirt that will will give them some belief that they can. It's definitely a quality looking shirt, despite what could be a tricky season for Bromley in League Two. Let's have a look at another potential absolute banger. It's this one. It's by Chesterfield, I believe. Leangate Valves is the sponsor. It's pink. It's wild. It's, I don't know what that is. It's kind of like a dry earth sort of, texture on the or look to it. It's pink. It's bold. It's definitely a cracking away shirt. I'm going to put it up there. We have another one. Another best of the rest. Well done, Chesterfield. How about this one? Yellow kit, and it is by Port Vale, gone with a pink Puma, pink sponsor, pink badge. Maybe there's some significance with the pink. Don't know, to be honest with you. It is yellow. It's definitely crazy. I don't know. I just think that the pink might be significant, but I'm going to put it in the decent column on this one. It's not best of the rest contender. Let's take a look at another one. This is who's this? Harrogate, yellow. Oh, sorry, blue. Very sky blue. Bit boring, this one. Can't really get on board with that. I'm going to put it in the meh column. Nice and easy there. Here's Barrow. I did like their home kit. I like their sponsor, the Newfoundland Labrador. It's a bit wordy. A lot of words going on there, but I do like the maple leaf right in the center of the crutch. And again, the positioning of that is good because it's all part of the process. It's all part of it. It's up there, though. It's way up there, not down here. It's way up here. But the shirt is pretty ghastly. So unfortunately, like the logo, love the club, but it's pretty meh, honestly. Another meh shirt coming at you, I think, is this one, and that's by Grimsby. It's very vomity. Not too sure what's going on in the background. Red trim, which looks nice, but the collar does seem to end just at the front. Why don't you go all the way around? I probably could say the same for the arms here, but that stops halfway. The My Energy also looks pretty thin and meh. It's just, it is a meh shirt. That's what it is. It's vomity. It's not great. Could do better, Grimsby. How about this one, though, from the Wimbledon, the Dons? Retro vibes here, and I do like it. It is, good vibe to it. Umbro, of course, they got some, little attention to detail here with the thin stripes. It's very Umbro-ish of theirs. Good collar, Retro's collar, good button up. A pretty good shirt, honestly. It's solid. Solid entrance by Wimbledon for their away kit. Meanwhile, we're down to the last four. Let's go with this one. Roma inspired, I would say, by Tranmere Rovers. Retro vibe as well with the collar. ESUB, but that's a good sponsor. Old looking badge. I do like the old looking badge. We've been rocking that for a couple of seasons now. I'm not too sure about the swift change from red to orange. I would have preferred it to be all red or all orange. In honesty, I like it, but I don't like it that much. I'm going to put it down there in the decent column. It's a contender for the next batch of things. What about this one by Bradford? Not a fan, guys. I usually back the Bradford, but this away kit is pretty ghastly. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. They've got the amber and the maroon sort of stripes down the chest. The sponsor just looks out of place. Again, it's very difficult to sometimes get the sponsor in to look good, especially when you're mixing up some colors in there. So it's difficult to do that. I thought it would be a dog shit shirt when I quickly looked at it, but it is just meh. It's just meh. It's not that good either, is it? What about this one? I think this is more miss than hit. But let's give it a shout. It's Doncaster Rovers. I don't know what I think about this one. It's definitely it just feels different. Just feels different. Again, I thought I would hate it. But I think I actually like it. I'm going to put you up there with the best of the rest. I do like the design in Doncaster. It's made by Oxen, which is it's not traditional. And the colors are good as well. It's a little boring with the colors, but it's got that Doncaster vibe, recent Doncaster vibe anyway. So up there you go. And then of course we have I think this is Newport County, a little bit crazy on the sponsorship as well. So VX3, not too sure about that. It's definitely wild. It's definitely different. I'm going to put you up there. I think I'm going to put you up there as well because we have some decisions to make. We've got 7, I think 3 or 4 to make it up there. I'm going to go with Wimbledon's kit. I think that's definitely elite. I think Doncaster's. I do like that now. It's starting to grow on me a little bit. The Bromley one is definitely contender, but I can't really go from a cartoon drawing here. I'm gonna go with a central badge, and I'm gonna go with Gillingham. I think that's pretty savvy kit. Looks good, looks bold, looks different. Unfortunately, Accrington are on their own. Until now, I'm gonna give them company. I'm gonna put Grimsby down there as well because I think Accrington need a little bit of company. There we go. There we go. I made up my mind. Decided to make up my mind. There you go, folks. That's my picks for the best and worst kits of League Two right here. And again, there are a handful of clubs still yet to drop their away kit, but we're coming at you right here, right now. It's going to be a busy old week, I imagine, in the pre-season world of games. The kits dropping left, right, and centre. Signings everywhere. So I thought I'd get this video out now. But until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch the little bit. Of course, we'll be back for some more coverage of League Two whenever it comes around. But until then, we are done.